Hey, good morning, everybody. We're back. I'm back. You're back. Thanks for the views. Thanks for watching. I'm on my way to work, and we're going to do it again. So this morning I wanted to talk about a big issue that's been bothering me, and it's equality. Equality pisses me the fuck off. And let me explain why. So we've got a situation here in our nation that's unfolding. The Biden family is under federal investigation for corruption and for money laundering. 150 accounts have been tagged by the SEC for laundering activity. And then, of course, Biden and his party have created a way to deploy and entice the American people with desires and pleasures to blindfold them in order for him to continue the destructive behavior that he's been on, trying to create equality. So a little recap over the past few years of this Biden administration. His son is a whoremongering crackhead. We know that. Rehab's probably not going to help him, even though I wish it would. I wish him the best. Recovering from drugs is not easy. I know I did 152 days at AA and NA in order to redeem myself and save myself from my own vices. However, with that being said, let's stick to the point. So, Biden administration fucked a lot of shit up, and everybody wanted equality. So what did he do? He gave it to the people. The black community. You can be black and proud, and you can fucking stand tall, and you can fucking hate the white man and continue your stance against the white man and fight the oppression from which the Million Man March started with Martin Luther King back during the 60s in Vietnam, and real constructive developmental protest. Hispanic community, you guys all 100% come across the border, get jobs, don't pay taxes, don't become legal citizens because it's super fucking hard. It's like 7 years in the United States working continuously on a visa and $35,000 to become a United States citizen, plus take a fucking test, even though most of us would fail it. So keep doing that. That's what Biden wants you to do. Keep doing that. Asian culture, just continue in all aspects to make toxic toys like lead-based paint and Fisher-Price toys. Keep allowing toxicity in, or high levels of hydrogen cyanide in Minute Maid, apple juice. Continue to poison Enfamil and all over the consumer market that we have here in the United States from the Asiatic community. Oh, and also keep being arrogant, racist young people that I've experienced here in my home state on the south side, in the deep south side, where your shit doesn't stink. So good on you. Keep ridiculing everybody and not having any hope, faith, or trust in anyone outside your culture. Keep doing that. Major proud of you. I love Chinese food, on the other hand. Dragon Meats Phoenix is my jam. I also love a good spicy General Tso's, but that's basic white girl shit. The thing that pisses me off about all the things that I just said is that Joe Biden and his administration gave it to you all while distracting you from the actual agenda of capsizing our nation. So day one of Biden being in office, he killed 100,000 fucking jobs. He killed 100,000 jobs on a pipeline operation that was going on. And you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to dive too far into the weeds of that, but that was day one. Fuck that pipeline. He killed the fucking opportunity for American people to make American money in an American way. Industrial development. So moving on, not shortly after he was in office, he decided to bring back NAFTA after Donald Trump had shut it down. So what is NAFTA? It's not a nice afternoon for tapping that ass, although that is a great Family Guy reference. Thank you, Bill Clinton. You jazz-playing, saxophone-loving, blowjob-having, awesome person you are. Your corrupt Clinton family. Hillary, don't kill me. Fuck off. So back to that NAFTA situation. North American Free Trade Agreement allows for equality across nations for import and export goods, right? So we export a product, and the inbound trade country, they pay our tax on our product. So if their import tax is cheaper than our export tax, they're losing money. However, if it's higher than our export tax, then we're losing money. Like, so they're going to make money, right? So it doesn't make sense if I give you $1 and you give me back 75 cents and say that that's equal, or if I give you 75 cents and you give me back $1 and say that that's equal. That's not how that works. So NAFTA was equality for import and export taxation. It's the North American Free Trade Agreement, and it was implemented by the Clinton administration, and then it was reinforced in the Biden administration after Trump killed it. So the reason why Trump killed it is because we were losing fucking money. And we needed to find a quick way to make money back to stabilize the nation so that way we could advance. One way that we could do that with our import and export. So we put tighter restrictions on things. We make people pay more for American products because it costs a lot of fucking money to ship our shit out. And in turn, we would do the same for them. Like, they could do the same to us. They could, like, renegotiate. And they did. But nope, Biden fucked that up. Brought back NAFTA. We started losing money again. The GDP is just, it's a fucking loss. The debt ceiling has raised. I think the last time I looked, if every tax-paying American were to pay their taxes or pay what we owe to the nation, it's like some $200,000. I don't even make $200,000. I'm never going to see what $200,000 looks like in the next 5 years. Unless somehow miraculously I go fucking viral for talking so much shit. But anyway, the reason why I'm on here, and I know this is a long video, it's about equality, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it. So there's corruption in the Biden administration, and all you sheep that voted for him, I hope you're happy. You just made America worse again. And I thought times were bad in the late 90s, the early 2000s. I thought times were really bad when I was overseas and we had another fucking recession. Because in my lifetime, in 39 years, I've lived through 3 grand recessions. So for you guys that don't know, obviously I'm born in 1983. For those that can't do math, 1983, I'm 39 years old now. So I've lived through some shit. I lived through the East Coast, West Coast feuds. I lived through Tupac, Biggie. I lived through O.J. Simpson. I lived through the Spice Girls. I lived through Nickelodeon and real shit, Roseanne. I lived through real shit in the 90s. And to add to it, so that way you guys have a little understanding of my background, I grew up in Indianapolis, Indiana. I still live in Indianapolis, Indiana. In fact, most of my family, we lived on the east side of Indianapolis, Indiana. So for anybody that knows anything about Indianapolis, we lived over in the 10th and Rule area where there was a lot of fucking drugs and a lot of gang activity. And then my family, we moved to Fountain Square, which in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, was a bunch of dirty-ass white boys with knives or motorcycle gangs like Hellraisers and Warriors trying to beat the shit out of my dad for sleeping with their daughters and wives. So, I kind of know what the struggle is like. Don't get it fooled. Like, just because I'm white doesn't mean I have white privilege. I grew up dirty. Grew up with my mom as a fucking slob that looked like an episode of Hoarders, and my dad that was an abusive lunatic that used the phrase "I love you" like a Band-Aid. So yeah, emotionally damaged, right? This guy right here. But with that being said, I'm going to continue on my rant about equality. Everybody in society now fights and feuds over equality. And it's never going to exist. We need to focus more on complementary than equality. And realize that I would rather have you compliment me than be my equal. Because how fucking boring is that? And here, I'm just going to put it out there for you like this. McDonald's is not equal to Burger King. Subway is not equal to Penn Station. Chess is not equal to Checkers. Grilled cheese is not equal to chicken cordon bleu. I am not equal to you. You may be skinny, female, of a different ethical background, a different ethnic background. You will have a different religious disposition. You will have a different mentality. We are not the same. I'm chunky. I'm white. I'm straight. I am the most discriminated fucking person on the face of the planet right now. Because I'm white, I'm straight, well, you guys probably get it by now. Like, I'm in the service. So, full-time service member, white, male, heterosexual. And I don't give a fuck about that. I love y'all. I don't care what you are. I don't care if you're gay, straight, if you're man, woman, if you're whatever, fucking alien. You can have green fucking skin and ears of an elf and no tongue. I don't give a fuck. Because I care about what's on the inside. Because I care about difference. I don't care about equality. Because I'm not equal to you. In no way, shape, or form is Chinese food the same as peanut butter. Just like in no way, shape, or form is me being from Indiana, which right now is a cold-ass fucking state, the same as you who love, I don't know, fucking Indian food and falafel in California. I'm a high school dropout that went back to college to work in psychology and to help young soldiers that I teach as an instructor be better for tomorrow's future. Not just for the soldiers that they got to work for, but the people that they need to serve. Because at some point, we as a society forgot our fucking place. And that place is to be independent and to be diversified and not equal by any means. Our place is to agree to disagree. Our place is to have a stance next to you or in front of you, either defending you or blocking you. Our nature is combative. And if we were all equal, how fucking boring would that be? We would all look like a bunch of light brown, transsexual people. And if y'all remember from my generation, the MTV show Pat, that's what it would be, with a little bit darker skin. An unknown individual with a male or female name walking around society earning an equal amount of pay. So, since we're talking about that, let's jump onto that. I believe teachers should get paid more than cops, and I think that doctors are overworked, and I think there needs to be more emphasis on life, limb, and liberty. I think that the professional entertainment industry makes entirely too much money, when at one point theater was free because there wasn't television, and most people were illiterate. So those that could read would act out for the entertainment masses of all, and they would do that as a community. Where now the entertainment industry is explosive, it makes hella money, where the educators of our society make $35,000, $40,000 at the entry level positions, which isn't enough. That's that's below poverty line for today's society right now. So yeah, we're not supposed to be equal. My teeth are crooked as fuck. They are not equally straight. My eyeballs, my fucking left eyeball, if y'all haven't noticed, kind of drops a little bit, kind of sags. Because right hands meet left eyes when you get into a fight. It's really weird how that works. And a couple of fractured eye sockets and broken noses make for a fucked up face. So, yeah, I'm not equal. I'm even balding. My hair's thin as fuck. I'm 39 years old. I've got kids. They're grown. And I am not your equal. I'm probably going to be better at some things than you are. You're probably going to be better at some things than I am. And that's why I keep coming back to being complimentary. So, to end this long-winded fucking video that I made that's 16 minutes long now, I'll make it into a short about equality. We are not the same. We are complementary. Y'all need to get the fuck over that. Equality doesn't exist. The only time it's absolute finite is when we make equality happen. 2 pieces of pizza equals 2 pieces of pizza. I get that. Weights equal weights when we're measuring out whatever the fuck we're going to measure out. I get that. But in the individual aspect of things, as a human being, we are absolutely not the same. We are complementary. Get it through your fucking head. One love.